I'm going to be going through all the MCU Disney Plus shows and whether I think they need a season 2 or if they can just stay as like this the one season TV series kind of event things that they are. First one is WandaVision. I think this should probably stay as just like a one season, the way it's like formatted. Plus, it already kind of has like a sequel of Agatha All Along, and then Vision Quest is like a trilogy. Next is Falcon Winter Soldier. I think this should also just stay as like a one season. Honestly, this thing shouldn't even existed. Like it should have just been this turned into Captain America 4, and then Brave New World would have been Captain America 5. In a perfect world, we would have had another entire trilogy with Sam as our main Captain America, but that didn't happen. So, just gonna mention Loki real quick. This show it has gone it's 2 seasons, and I think we don't need a third season. We can just end it here. So what if? If What If was better, I would say yeah, keep infinite possibilities. You can do so much seasons of this, and it's animated, and it is not in the main universe. But cause What If's not really a good show, and they kind of drop the ball. I think we should just leave it where it's at, which is 3 seasons in, and we're done with the show. So I'm fine with that. Okay, Hawkeye. This show, it should have been like longer, like an actual 13 episode show for season 1. But this show definitely needs more seasons. It needs a season 2, needs a season 3, needs. This is the type of show where I think we need multiple seasons of it. Okay, so I don't really like the Moon Knight show, especially after reading like some of his comics. I'm like, okay, I can see why people weren't liking this, but it's still fine enough. Where I think if we did get a season 2, they could fix a lot of these problems, and even more of like a season 3 and season 4. So I think this show should get more seasons. Okay, so Miss Marvel. This one's a weird one because I don't think season 1 was all that good, but I do think a season 2 could be good. But I feel like her character's kind of like getting wrapped up in like now like the Young Avengers, and because she's kind of like leading that now. So is there even a reason to have a Miss Marvel season 2? I don't know. I think it could work. I'm indifferent on this. Okay, people are gonna probably disagree with me on this, but I think She-Hulk needs a season 2. But I think they gotta do it right because that season 1 was not right. There's things to fix, but I think a like MCU sitcom show about She-Hulk where she's breaking the fourth wall. I think this could work. They just need to do it more like an regular sitcom that just happens to have like a bit of a higher budget, for the She-Hulk parts. I think this can work, and it could explore a lot of cool sides of the MCU if they played it right. They didn't really in season 1. I think it's overhated, but there's opportunities for a season 2. But I'm Groot here because these are like shorts, but I think we're good, but we also could just get more of these. I don't really care about them because they're all like 2 minutes. So, yes or no, we do not need a season 2 of this. We can just pretend like this never happened. Okay, okay. Secret Invasion, yeah, it's gone. Okay, Echo. I think this is one where we can just keep it as like a one season. Like this only had 5 episodes too. Like it's a story where like Echo as a character, I think her story could continue on to more stuff. So a season 2 could happen, but just the way that the show was done, it felt like more of just like an epilogue of her character from Hawkeye. So 5 episodes, really short. I don't know if we need more than that. Okay, Agatha All Along season 2. We're hearing some rumors about it. And, I wouldn't be mad, but I don't think it should happen because I feel like they should just approach it with the trilogy of WandaVision, Agatha All Along, Vision Quest, and then like that leads into like all that storylines lead into Young Avengers. I think Agatha could be part of Young Avengers as like maybe like a mentor or just a fun kind of like character that they're like, oh, Tommy, Billy, why is this old ghost witch with you guys? And they're like, I don't know. And I could see it working. I don't know if there's a need for a season 2. Just saying. Because we already know we're getting like season 2 and season 3 of this show. I was debating and putting it on here, but just in case anyone said, well, it's MCU, here you go, your friendly neighborhood. I hope it gets a bunch of seasons, okay? You happy? Same with X-Men, because, that's also, like, it's a multiverse, so I also hope that gets more seasons. Daredevil Born Again, just putting it here, we already know that season 2 and 3 are in development. Can't wait to see where the show goes. Okay, Ironheart season 2. I think this should happen. Now, Ironheart, I think, like, really only the second half's the good part. The first part of season 1 was eh. But, once it gets to the second half, I'm like, okay, I want to see more of this. So I would want to see season 2 of this. And yeah, it could happen in Young Avengers, most of these storylines, I guess. But, like, I think it would just take away from whatever is happening in Young Avengers if most of it's just, like, wrapping up what happened in Ironheart when, you can just give Ironheart a season 2. Okay, Eyes of Wakanda. This is an interesting one. I don't think this will get a season 2. Honestly, this feels more like just a movie that has been, like, chopped down into like 4 little episodes. So same with the next thing we're gonna talk about, but that thing I can see why I would get season 2. The way Eyes of Wakanda ends kind of like leads right into like where Black Panther would kind of. I just don't think this one needs a sequel. If you've seen it, I think you would know too. You're like, yeah, this doesn't need a follow up because the follow up is Black Panther. Okay, this is the other show that feels like just a movie cut up into 4 episodes, which I think actually they said it was just because of Spider-Man, though it had to be a show. there's been talks that we are going to get a season 2 of Marvel Zombies, and I didn't really like this season, but okay, I wouldn't be against the season 2. I want to see where this is going, and writing so, but there was hype aura moments, so I would like to see more of those, I guess. Okay, Wonder Man isn't out yet. I don't know, but from the looks, it looks pretty good. I'll be down for a season 2. Of course, I want to see how season 1 is, but I'm gonna guess I'd be happy with a season 2, and I hope it does. And Vision Quest again isn't out, so I haven't seen it. But I'm gonna do what I did with WandaVision, Agatha All Along, and say it doesn't need a sequel. Whatever it's hope happens in this can probably just get done in this one, and the rest of it can go into Young Avengers, which I feel will have like a big focus on like Billy and Tommy anyway. So like knowing that Tommy's in the show, he just carries over into that show, and I don't know what the heck's gonna happen with Vision, but I don't think this will need a season 2.